These might look like rusty old drums, but actually the they were new, and all the brakes, everything on the brakes were new on this vehicle when I got it. Well, I changed it all. So they might look rusty old in there, but they are actually not that old. 12 months old or so. Big screwdriver. Paint stereo on the job. That's it. Right, next wheel. If you're wondering what's happening with the damper, there's nothing much I can do. It will not, simply will not pull up enough for me to get that washer on. So I'll just put the split pin through for now. I'll put some miles on it while it's still like this. Once I've got the engine turning, I'll put some miles on it, check for oil leaks, and that gives me perfect time to be able to go back to stuff like these oil seals down here, or the diff seal if it leaks. Good plan. I'll put the wheel back on, and the trouble is we've got I'm hoping what's a slight brake bind, because it's pretty free that way, but when we try and turn it the other way, there's something seriously wrong there, isn't there? It won't even go. Oh, it will go. It must be rust in the drum. I hope. I was going to point out that it's worth, if you just bought a vehicle and using it on the road, worth just checking these bits, because the locking washer had not been folded over on that side, so potentially the whole wheel could have come off. I never knew that because I never checked it, but if I'd have checked it I would have rectified the problem. Alright, I'll just show you the difference between the old and new seal. But you can probably see that from there. That's the sealing face of the old one. That bit there, and that's the sealing face of the new one. So the entire sealing face had worn off. Possibly do because it were running with no oil. Pull that out of there. Just I'd say that was pretty much knackered. But, there were no play in the wheel, so not sure whether to reuse it. I'll show you another two pictures of this of these seals. It's that distance there, and compare it with that one there. Look, basically I'm fitting a new seal because that one's probably going to leak. Place it on. Should clean. Oh, I've put a new bearing in, by the way. It's a Spanish one from another hub that I had. Get a piece of plate. Wallop it on there, stick it under there, adjust the camera angle so you can see what I'm doing. You don't need a 50-ton press to actually fit one of them. That's what it is. Because up to 50 tons, it's flipping massive. This thing is. So yeah, you don't need one of them. Possibly a hammer and a flat plate would do the same job, but I'm just using this one because it's got the correct tool, and that one hasn't. I put no pressure on this at all. Probably had no more than half a ton on there. Don't forget to use plenty of sealant on your pedal boxes or on your blanking plates. I bought new washer jets for the Land Rover. Two reasons. One, I've had to grind the old one off. Yeah, and the other reason is the ends, they all get blocked up inside, and you can't buy new plastic ends for them. So it's just a lot easier to buy new plastic ones, I think. The problem is that when you cut your length of hose, it doesn't fit on the end. So a top tip is, doesn't fit on the end. So if you go around this side, if you get a lighter, just melt the end. Don't breathe any of the flipping fumes in. Put it on the end. As it cools, it'll contract and stay on for a number of years to come. Just a wire tie on there to hold it back. Naturally, wire ties are nowhere near where you're working. I've gone through the hole in the divider there. Went through that hole. Don't think they went through there originally, but my thoughts are that as it vibrates, it could get cut on the steel there. So it's going through that hole, and then wire tied to the wiper shaft next to the interior light wire. Right, so about there now. We ready to start wiring up the interior light, interior dash. The upper fascia's in, throttle pedals in, front's connecting to the rest of the linkage, diffs in, axles are done, waiting for oil. Make a start on cylinder head project soon. I'll leave it for now, and I'll come back to it when I've got more time.